God is my home. Your highest alignment is what you really want to achieve. Staying in doubt, in fear, in whatever is holding you back also becomes reflected in your reality. Are you conscious of your own internal resistance? I have been contemplating a few things lately and trying to figure them out. Do you do that? It's part of my human design. I think all of us on a spiritual path must do continual internal examination so that we can get a better understanding of the reflections in our lives. We want to know how or why we created these reflections, and then we can use what we have learned to create even better lives for ourselves. This is what I do with my private clients all the time. We always start with, what's going on in your life? And then we can analyze that reflection, see what we like and what we don't like, and move from there. Sounds simple, and it may be, but easy it is not. But if we can do it, and having support does make it a whole lot easier, our lives do become better, and our reflections change to mirror that. Ultimately, I believe when we have learned to create better lives for ourselves, it spills over into the lives of others as well. When you do better, others whose lives you touch benefit as well, whether they are simply seeing and observing, or through the direct assistance you offer through your services, skills, and teaching. In the last 4 months since moving to Germany, I have been living in home-like hotels. For a time, it served me well. But lately, I've been wondering why the right home hasn't come my way. Granted, I've been really busy since getting here, and perhaps all is in divine order, putting me in the right place at the right time. But why hasn't a home manifested already? Wasn't I sent here to have a strong, solid foundation from which my work could launch bigger? I've seen dozens of apartments. It's time-consuming. I even hired an assistant to do all the research for me, as the sites are in German and have additional requirements in order to qualify to get into a lease. I did all that work, but still, I keep coming up just short. But inside, I knew I was not really internally aligned with what that home would be. I was not internally aligned enough with receiving my greater good. Sometimes you have to just take time out to do this kind of inner work. But I was, quote, too busy running around on the outside while the inside was unclear. I wasn't sure what I wanted. I vacillated. What if I don't like it? Then would I have to move again later? Do I get furnished or unfurnished? What part of town do I want to be in? Is it here or is it there? I simply kept campaigning and pushing and running around town looking. I went to see, view, visit, and assess all the apartments on the market in this big city. It's not like in the US where you can expect certain standards, like a bathtub or an elevator. In any old world European city, expect the unexpected. I am so accustomed to manifesting that when something doesn't happen, I know it's time to go in and go in deep to see what's there. God was calling for me. That's what I didn't see. God was gently inviting me to see that, regardless of the room, the building, or the circumstances, God will always be my home. I felt into that and stayed in that feeling for a very long meditation today. You just can't imagine what a feeling that brings. I know everything will be fine now, and instead of continuing the search, I'm relaxed. I've surrendered and I've released. I've also seen that I've had way too much to do to get this housing thing right just yet. I did have a lot on my plate, and moving in somewhere wasn't going to fit in. Immigration paperwork, U.S. taxes, opening bank accounts, training some interns, and continuing my business. I also needed to wait for permission from the German government to actually stay here. I didn't want to take an apartment and then have the immigration office tell me, "Oh, by the way, your application's been denied. You need to go back home now." I didn't want to be in that position, so it was best to wait. And once I do get that, I can relax and then get a place. And so at that point, there would be no anxiety about signing a year-long lease. I am at peace and all is well. I know now that because of this new, deeper connection to Source, more than great will start showing up effortlessly. I shouldn't have to struggle at any time, and all will be given to me at the right time and in the right way. And the same can be true for you as well. Here is a quote from A Course in Miracles. Think then how great your own release will be when you are willing to receive correction for all your problems. You will not keep one for pain in any form you will not want. You will see each little hurt resolved before the Holy Spirit's gentle sight. For all of them are little in His sight and worth no more than just a tiny sigh before they disappear, to be forever undone and unremembered. What seemed once to be a special problem, a mistake without a remedy, or an affliction without a cure, has been transformed into a universal blessing. Sacrifice is gone, and in its place, the love of God can be remembered and will shine away all memory of sacrifice and loss. That's from A Course in Miracles. I am open to receive. Are you looking at your own reflection and digging deeper to see what's there? It's one of my favorite things to do. Do you know why? It always brings miraculous results. This is how God will come to us, enlighten us, and provide all things for us. We just need to be able to listen, then act. Private support. Getting the right support. Are you looking to get some support or help but are afraid to ask? I don't blame you. It's really hard these days to find someone who can truly listen and understand. But we all need to be heard sometimes, without judgment, without rejection, without advice giving. Do you know what I mean? Being a listener is a gift I've been given and one that I cherish. Click on the link in the description to see what your support options can be. Much love and many blessings, Suzanne.